Now, what is marketing? Normally, process is I'm I'm sorry. Marketing is an outside in process. That is what the customer wants outside that we will know and we will understand through market research, and we try to gain knowledge of the customer requirements through market research, and then we'll try to produce the same in house. Sales is an inside out process. That is what we have produced inside. We try to go out and sell it in the market. So this is the difference between marketing and sales. Now, coming to this unit, here we make an attempt to understand the concept of marketing and its preparation and its need. We also will try to learn the various steps involved in marketing plan. Besides to know the what marketing research and its importance is all about for the venture. So a marketing plan is the process of organizing and defining the marketing aim of a company and gathering strategies and tactics to achieve them. So this is what is a marketing plan is all about. So a good marketing plan should consist of the company's value proposition, information regarding its target market and also its target customers, a comparative positioning of its competitors in the market, promotion strategies, its distribution channels, the budget allocated for the plan. See, I repeat, a good marketing plan should consist of a company's value proposition, information regarding its target markets and target customers, a comparative position of its competitors, the position of its competitors in the market, promotional strategies, distribution channels, and budget allocated for the plan. Then we say that a marketing plan is very essential for every business enterprise because it provides a scope for understanding the market and the preferences of the customer, the level of competition that it has in the market by its competitors, and preparing a strategic plan. Let me tell this, and preparing a strategic plan of action to gain and retain a customer. So when we are entering into the market, we have a certain market, we have a set of customers. So we need to understand what kind of market that we are targeting and what kind of customers that we are targeting. Then after having known what a marketing plan is, we need to understand the need for a marketing plan. That is, every enterprise has the need for a marketing plan. And we get benefits out of every enterprise gets benefits out of this plan. So the need for a marketing plan for an enterprise, stems from the following benefits. So moving the products closer to the customer. What we do is the act of preparing a marketing plan moves the organization to formulate and articulate its thinking about the customers, its products, and how to bring the customers and the products or the service together. So this is what we do in marketing plan. So there will be a senior management team, a core team members will be doing the marketing planning, and they will carry out this plan and ensure that the core team is aligned with the marketing plan. So in point number one, we say that the products and the services and the customers are brought together. And second one is creation of a set of measurable goals. So marketing plan will help us to fix the goals that are measurable, to create tangible targets for the organization and the people who are working in the marketing department. So that these targets would increase the performance far more than working without the specific goals. That is, measurable goals are kept for the team in order to achieve so that they penetrate into the market. Third one is it makes the organization focused. When you have when we say something is a plan is a predetermined course of action. That is, when we say that there is a marketing plan, we are clear of having a set target and the goals which will help the organization to, because your goals are set, you need to stay focused on achieving those targets or goals. So this will naturally help the top management, the middle management, and the lower management to enable that everyone focus on what their job is and will work towards attaining these organizational goals. Now, the fourth one is prioritizing the time and resources of the organization. When we have a plan, when we want to achieve a certain target, we have a plan of action for that, and we set our resources towards achieving those particular goals, and also we devote our time towards those resources, towards achieving those measurable goals or those targets. What does it mean is this allocation of the resources with the aim of achieving the overall goals with a specific time frame leads us to prioritize in both the time and the resources. So this is the importance of prioritizing the time and resources, which will we stay focused. We use the men, material, machinery, and money, the four M's of marketing, in a specified manner. We allocate accordingly to every department according to their need and according to the estimates. So prioritization of time and resources, not only time and resources, prioritization of our targets will also be focused. Now help in mobilizing capital funds. A marketing plan is the core component of the organization's business plan. Now here, this plan adds credibility to the business plan and gives us the confidence that we will achieve what we are planning, and this will give confidence to the prospective investors and lenders. Thereby, we can mobilize the funds in the form of equity and debt. And this would help us to bring some capital to the organization. Now, avoiding wasteful expenditure because we are focused, because we have a target, because we are moving in the right direction, the time and resources will be spent accordingly, and so that we attain the goals and we identify and control the wasteful and unproductive activities. So this is what we see in your management and organization behavior also, where it talks about in scientific management. F.W. Taylor Tutton talks about the fatigue, right, and the motion studies. So when we are focused, we do things in the right way, which result in reaching our goals. And last one, better customer service. Because the main objective of the organization is to satisfy the customer. Here, we do accordingly. We see that the revenues, the market share, and the customer share, and all the activities are focused in one direction, that is the organization's customers, meeting the needs of the customers. So when the earlier the organizations were product centric, but in today's organization, we see the organizations as customer centric. That's that's where the market research comes into picture. So the approach here is customer service and customer satisfaction rather than organizational success or product centric. So this is why a marketing plan is being set for every enterprise in the market. So how do we go about now? How do we go about in making a marketing plan? So the steps in doing a marketing plan. So there are certain important steps we need to consider in preparing a marketing plan, and there are around 9 to 10 steps that we can tell about, and we'll see one by one. The first one is defining the business goals. It's not business course, please. It's business goals. So defining the business goals. So a sound marketing strategy aligned with the organization's business goals and objectives helps to create the awareness for the entity and its products and services and identify the target customers with appropriate business strategies. See, we need to set a business goal. That is, there are two types of objectives that we talk about. One is a strategic objective. The other one is a financial objective. Strategic objective of the business, we talk about how do we increase the market share of the organization, of the market share of our products and services in the market. How do we come about tackling the strategies of our competitor? And in financial objective, we see how do we increase our revenue? How do we increase our profits? So these are the things that define the organization. Those set goals of the organization, the set objectives of the organization, which will provide more insight into what is needed to build a marketing strategy, how to develop an action plan, how to have measurable results. See, when we call it smart results, right? We talk about specific results, measurable results, attainable results, realistic results, and time bound results. See, if we are not working in a time bound way, I don't think that we will achieve our success. Because in a specific period of time, in a specific time, we need to understand our goals. We need to set our goals and we need to achieve them. And the third one is conducting a marketing SWOT and set goals and budget. A SWOT is the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in terms of the organization's competitive position. That is, what are the strengths of our organization and what are the weaknesses that we see? And also, what are the opportunities? These see, strengths and weaknesses are inside the organization, and opportunities or threats are outside the organization. See, competitors give us the threat, market gives us the threat, market gives us the opportunities, but strengths and weaknesses, they come, they are internal to the organization, whereas opportunities and threats are external to the organization. So we see this in terms of the organization's competitive position in the market, the target markets that we are going into, and the target customers that we are facing, and the sales and distributions network. And also, threats come from the regulatory constraints, that is the government policies, the legal policies of the nation regarding that particular product or service, and the current position of the products in its life cycle. That is, whether we are in the introductory stage, whether we are in the growth stage, whether we are in the maturity stage, or whether we are in the decline stage. This would also impact our SWOT and also our goals and also the budgets that we come across in investing. So this will provide the organization an understanding of the framework and the boundaries within which all the organizational activities must be done. Then step number 3, set goals and targets. After having known our internal and external uh, uh, internal strengths and weaknesses and external opportunities and threats, we need to analyze the organization to set its yearly goals and fix the targets that are to be achieved during a particular year. So we need to spell out the objectives. We need to uh, we need to know the important part as to what are the milestones that we need to achieve in the days to come. And we need to talk about the logistics that will help us in doing this. So after having set the goals and targets for the people working in the organization, right? That is spelling out the objectives of the year that we want to accomplish. So after doing this, we need to identify the target customers. There are two ways in doing this. One is to decide the product and service that entrepreneur that that is good for us to deliver, and we need to understand who our target customers are, what our products are. We need to define our products and services, then we need to define our customers. So based on the features of the products and services, we need to identify the customers. That is very important. And the second way is to study the market gaps, the gaps that are existing between the expectations of the customers and the actual delivery of the products. by the organizations. Then we need to design a product or service that meets the gap between the customer's expectations or requirements and the products and services that are available in the market. So this will help us to fulfill the customer needs. So now the fifth point is projecting the unique selling proposition. That is, what are your promotional activities that we need to understand, finding out what makes one's product and service unique from that of the competitors, and what sets one apart from others in the competition. That is very important. Projecting the uniqueness, not only that, communicating to the customers the effectiveness of our product and service. And this will help us to have the success for the enterprise. It's very important that not only to bring a good product or service into the market, but also to put it in the right way in the market, right way in the sight of the customers. That is very important that we need to understand. Then next, the pricing technique. What kind of pricing that we are going to? So then normally we talk about two types of pricing. One is the penetrating price, the other one is the skimming price. Penetrating pricing is something where we put a low price for our products and we penetrate into the market and we see that this product is acceptable by the market and its customers. And once they are habituated, we try to increase we try to increase the price of the product. And the second one is the skimming price. Skimming price in the sense we will see that our products and our services are very unique and we put them in the market, telling the market and its customers that these are very specified products and services that we are offering, and we fix a higher rate for that. Right? This is how some of the companies would approach the market to give the customers a feel that this is a specified product and this is a specified uh, service. 2 minutes, please. I'll just be to the class. Hello, Dinesh, నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా దినేష్. Correct. Oh, okay, okay, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So this is what a pricing strategy is all about. Depending on the estimated demand of the product or service, right? Depending upon the product life cycle of our product, depending upon the level of competition, depending upon the pricing strategies of the rivals or the competitors, relevant pricing strategy should be decided. This is what. So this should be a careful assessment and careful evaluation, because you cannot put the pricing in the way we want. And the next one is creating an execution plan. This is a very crucial step. That is, we need to reach the target audience through communication, through promotional activities, through advertisement, right? And establishing a supply chain through logistics and connecting to the customers and delivering the product and service. So every enterprise and every entrepreneur will have their own strategy of executing the marketing plan. So some will have a distributor system, the retailing system, and some will have their own way of logistics in reaching the end customers and giving the product into their hands. So pharmaceutical company has a different thing, and FMGC has a different thing, and everyone has their own way of creating an execution plan. And eighth one is allocation of funds and resources. Once the marketing action plan is decided for execution, the required funds and resources are to be allocated so that this marketing plan is being executed. So depending on the marketing plan, execution time frame, and the tasks to be scheduled and completed, the required funds and other resources, manpower, machinery, right, other things, and proportionately and accordingly, the resources and funds will be allocated. And this process requires effective coordination with the finance and HR departments, because they take care of this allocation of resources. HR department takes care of the allocation of human resources, and finance department takes care of the allocation of the financial funds. So after having known this, we need to come to the implementation and monitoring stage. What do we do here is, these steps involve this implementation and monitoring. Might be 10 and 11, 9 and 10 we can call this as. And this step involves implementing the marketing plan and closely monitoring. Monitoring in the sense evaluating, you know, the the process of implementing it, and also comparing the actual implementation with the standard one which we are planning for, with the original plan of action, and also identifying the gaps, any if there are any, and taking necessary corrective actions in order to achieve these overall goals and targets. And what we see, this can be 9 and 10, as I said: implementation, then evaluation, then see we got this implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and feedback. Feedback is to see that if there is any corrective actions that must be taken in the process of implementing this, anywhere in the process, we need to go back and set it right, and come and see that we achieve the goals and targets that are set by the marketing plan. Marketing research for the new venture. This is a new topic. So in the earlier session, we have seen how marketing SWOT is useful in setting up business goals and targets, and also we have seen the importance of pricing in getting a good market share. Now we'll see what marketing research is all about. According to the American Marketing Association, marketing research is a systematic gathering, recording, and analysis of data about problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. So this is the definition that has been given. Various organizations do give their own set of definitions, but worldwide accepted definition is the American Marketing Association definition, which we have seen. That is the systematic gathering, recording, and analyzing of data about problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. Now, the aim of the market research and marketing and sales is customer satisfaction. Now, the business Every business organization through market research enables to identify, or let me put it this way, please. Market research enables every business organization to identify the gaps between the customer's expectations and actual satisfaction so that the required corrective action can be taken by the organization in order to reduce the gaps, those gaps which are identified. Now, the development of new products involves the following steps. So these are the steps in the development of new products. One is idea generation. Second one is the concept development and testing. Third one is the product testing and development. And fourth one is the business analysis. And fifth one is commercialization of the product, which is not written here, but we have a fifth one too, that is commercialization of the commercialization of the product or the service. Now, in all these 5 stages, marketing research techniques are applied, and they are different in different stages. Now, what do we see here is, we see the first step as idea generation, the development of the new product. So all the new ideas are generated, and we cannot pursue every idea. Yeah, because we don't have time and the resources for that. So what we do is, we may find a particular new product idea not in line with the major objectives, some, and some may be in line with the major objectives of the organization. Sometimes it may not be financially feasible to the house for us. Sometimes it may not be technically feasible to us because we don't have the technology. So in this idea generation phase, we try to understand those ideas of coming up with a product or service that are feasible to us. In the sense, we see our vision, we see the mission, we see the SWOT, we see the feasibilities, marketing feasibility, financial feasibility. Then, after having come up with an idea that is feasible to us, then we develop the concept for it and we'll test it. So, at this stage of concept development and testing, a realistic plan for the project, for the product is being prepared, and the initial interest in the proposal of the product is measured. So this happens at the top level management, and this involves the strategizing the idea by preparing a blueprint, and we will see it whether it is according to the norms, according to the values, set values of the organization, set beliefs and assumptions of the organization. So all these things we will check. Then we'll see the product testing and development. So the objective of the product testing is to ascertain that the market responds to the proposed product or service. What is the market response to it? Whether we should carry forward with this idea, whether we should launch this product into the market or get away with it. So this will be tested, and once we see a subsequent carry forwardness, that is a positive response, that we can, yes, we can go forward with it. Then we develop the concept for it, and we will develop a prototype for it, and we'll go about making the product. That is, we are expected to yield more reliable results. That is, a realistic and pragmatic plan for the product is exposed. So we'll just check the potential customers, whether we have potential customers for it, and subsequently whether they would buy if it is available in the market. Then we see the business analysis and commercialization of this. So in business analysis, the new product ideas that survive the product testing and development stage, they are taken into the in-depth analysis to ascertain their business attractiveness. So for this purpose, it is necessary to project the future sales, costs, and profit. If such estimates are reasonably good, and then we talk about the commercialization of it. So as new information becomes available, the estimates of sales, cost, and profit may be revised, and thereby we can commercialize the viability of the product that we launch. Now, in order to carry out this business analysis and commercialization of the new product, we can come up with two important techniques, that is test marketing and simulated test marketing. So these are the tests based on the application of experimental and quasi-experimental designs. And these designs are dependable and they yield good results. So when a new product concept is being found to be worth launching in the business analysis stage, we give it to the R&D department, which develops the prototype, and the concept to meets the predetermined criteria. So this is what is the marketing research for a new venture is all about. How companies aim in their marketing to secure customer satisfaction about the product or service. So these are the 5 steps that are involved in new product development. Now coming to what test marketing is all about and the meaning and uses. So I'll just complete it very quickly. So after having known the concept of testing and development of the new product, now it is on us to see whether this is accepted in the market. So this is done through test marketing. The main objective of test marketing of a new product is to reduce the commercial risk when it is actually brought into the market for sales. I repeat it, please. The main objective of test marketing a new product is to reduce the commercial risk of the product when it is brought into the market. So test marketing is a controlled experiment done in a limited but careful selected part of the marketplace. So here the aim is to predict the sales or profits. So here we see the proposed marketing actions in the relative terms. So it is, I repeat it please, the aim of test marketing is to predict the sales and profit consequences, either in absolute or in relative terms, of one or more proposed marketing actions. So the use of a marketplace as a laboratory or of a direct sales measurement, which will differentiate this test from other types of market research. So this is clear that test marketing is essentially an experimentation or an exercise in the marketplace, treating marketplace as a laboratory. This will help us to predict the sales and profit. So the objective of test marketing is to predict the sales and profits for the organization. So use of test marketing. What are the uses? Test marketing as a managerial control tool and test marketing as a predictive research tool. So these are the two uses of test marketing. So the first may be used as a tool for managerial control, and the second is used as a tool as a predictive research tool. So the test marketing as a managerial control tool. So normally when we say something is a test marketing, in research terms, we call it as a pilot study. For large scale marketing activity, test marketing is called a pilot study. When a company intends to expand its business operations, some element of risk is always involved. So this is particularly true in respect of new products or brands where the management may be apprehensive about various market risk factors. So there can be logistic issues, there can be breakage, there can be mishandling of the product in transportation or in storage. And this may prove costly, this may prove to be a costly mistake. So test marketing is used to improve the mechanisms of marketing operation so that the management may know in advance what the problems that are likely to arise in giving the product into the hands of the customer and take the necessary remedial or corrective actions to improve its marketing operations. So the role of test marketing is limited because it's only a pilot study. So we need to understand the viability of putting the product into the hands of the customer. So for that, we need to gain some experience to identify the problems that are likely to arise in marketing operations and to develop a sound marketing program or strategy that reduces the cost, increases the profits, and reduce the risk factors in order to enhance the overall gains. So it is not used for purposes of prediction of sales or profit, but it does give us the strategy as to how to put the market, how to put the product into the market. So this is very important. Now, test marketing as a predictive research tool. So test marketing is often used as a predictive tool, predictive research tool in two different situations. So introduction of the new product and brand, one, and evaluation of the alternative marketing variables. So when a new product or brand is to be introduced into the marketplace, the management knows about its performance. It knows how it does because a pre-test is being done. And when this product does not have any direct substitutes, then its performance will be much more higher. So test marketing can be used to predict the likely performance of the new product, right? With competition or without competition. When the new brand is totally different from the others in the existing product category, this can have more number of acceptable customers. Now, test marketing is also used while recycling an existing brand. That is, considering a new packing for its product, its repositioning, or some improvement in an existing brand. It may use the test marketing before introducing such a change. This will help us in the wasteful expenditure. Substantially, we can stop the wasteful expenditure. So when a test market is conducted for a new product or new brand, the management would like to know how this new product will do in terms of sales and profits at the specified market that we introduce it into. So this is how it is a predictive tool for sales and profits. Predictive tool when there is competition, when there is no competition, when there is value for a product. So this is what test marketing is all about. Now the last topic for the day is, for this chapter is the contingency plan. Marketing contingency plan. So a contingency plan is prepared to take care of an event or unexpected development which may happen. So its preparedness is important. How it comes into existence when we face a challenge from the external market conditions, which impact our enterprise, which impact our product or service. So a contingency plan will help a business organization to protect the revenue, the profits, and the customer relationships by preparing for unexpected events. So this happens with every product and every organization. That's the reason organizations, they prepare a contingency plan. Suddenly a competitor comes up. Suddenly a substitute product comes up. Suddenly there will be disaster in the market. A problem may arise in the supply chain. Suddenly an important staff member may resign. Suddenly there can be an effect in the marketing team. So some technological error may come up. So we need to keep up ourselves with all this. So if there is a contingency plan in place, one can respond quickly. Any organization can respond quickly to the changes and protect the organization against the risks of the business and financial damage. So this is very important. Here, see, day before yesterday we have seen, because there was downturn in the Microsoft server, 30 plus planes at the Rajiv Gandhi airport have been installed. Immediately, the authorities have made come up with a plan of making a manual board system. So these things may arise, technological changes may come. So we need to be aware of the coming risks. Sometimes which are things are beyond our control. Sometimes there are potential vulnerabilities. Sometimes there is a specific change in the economic conditions of the nation or particular place. There will be a change in the key positions of the personnel. There can be a weak customer relationships. So all these things are a major competitor might have come into the market. So what happens if these things happen? In this scenario, we can identify areas where we need to be prepared to respond. Then monitor when the vulnerabilities are identified. We need to monitor the conditions at the earliest and bring down the risk, asking the teams to act immediately. The signs of competitive activity. In one such case, what strategy that we are going to come up with. Now, monitoring the performance of the suppliers, monitoring the raw materials to meet the quality standards. So these are important. And the response strategy. Contingency plan should set out the actions that the organizations take in the event of threat or problem. What is the response that we show? What are the procedures that we set to deal with the deficit that has come? And how do we identify the strategies that must be implemented then and there? How to move about in the competition, how to retain the customer. So all these things, mechanisms must be with us in response to the contingency. Then share and manage. When a plan is complete, share it with all the members of the marketing and sales team so that they be aware of their role in monitoring the risks and responding to the threats and applying this product into the market. So these are certain things which we need to understand. That we need to understand in the marketing plan. What have we seen so far? We have seen what marketing is, what sales are. We have seen what marketing plan is all about. And we also should know the unique selling proposition. What that would make us or make our product or service unique from that of the competitors and set us apart from others in the competition. So we have seen what test marketing is all about and marketing research. We have also seen what a contingency plan is and the need for the contingency plan. So this completes something on marketing planning, and we are ready to learn about technical and operational planning and many others to come in the coming classes. So any questions from this?